I've heard Black Lives Matter labeled a terrorist group more times than I can count. And every time I hear it, I think, what the hell? What the hell are they talking about? That's insanity. Well, I finally figured it all out. Black Lives Matter is actually a terrorist group. To anyone whose greatest fear is that Black people may someday be treated with equity. You know, like they matter the way we treat white people. Apparently, white people are terrified about sharing human and civil rights. You know, the ones guaranteed in our Constitution. After emancipation, we white folks have done everything in our power to systemically stop Black Americans from accumulating generational wealth. If you're one of those people who say, slavery was centuries ago, get over it, I have a little homework assignment for you. And actually, okay, I lied. It's a big one. You're going to have to research some things. I want you to do this. Start by looking these things up. I want you to look up redlining, black coats, Jim Crow, the Devil's Punch Bowl, the Ku Klux Klan, Emmett Till, Black Wall Street, the origins of the police, environmental racism, eugenics, mob lynchings, the FBI's report about mass KKK infiltration of police forces in America, the disclaimer in the 13th Amendment, the Compromise of 1877, the Tuskegee experiment, Reagan's welfare queen propaganda, our government purposefully infiltrating the Black community with crack cocaine, the gutting of the Voting Rights Act, school-to-prison pipeline, mass incarceration of Black people, gerrymandering, our racist school tax system. And when you've done all that, you should research when all women actually got the right to vote, because it wasn't 1920. You don't know your own racial history. That's how you can be suckered into believing a lie. I'm sick to hell of white Americans living in this fantasy world that hurts me, that hurts Black people, that hurts brown people, that helps indigenous people, and that actually hurts them. You see, here's the thing. I'm sick of people saying, my ancestors never owned slaves. Well, guess what? You still benefit from the free labor that was forced upon them for centuries. I'm sick of hearing, but I'm nice to everybody. Well, you know what? That's great, but it's not going to dismantle systemic racism. It's made it nearly impossible for Black and brown people to accumulate generational wealth. Being nice is lovely, but it's not going to dismantle a system. Sorry. And I'm sick of hearing that you're struggling too. I'm struggling really badly too. I work hard. I don't have privilege. Well, you know what? I'm sure you do work hard. But you've been indoctrinated to believe that Black people are the cause of your economic problems. You've been suckered into believing a lie. You are actually the cause of the struggle. Yes, you are struggling economically because you have been indoctrinated into believing a lie, and you refuse to learn the truth. You believe that Black and brown people are the cause of your struggle to make it in America. Well, they're not. White people have been fooled into this bullshit for centuries. And you know what? The wealthiest elites who rule our nation are thrilled with how gullible you are. You're doing their dirty work, and you don't even know it. And you're great at it, let me tell you. We whites are great at this. And I'm sick of hearing, I have a Black friend, I can't be racist. Well, you know what? You may have a Black friend, but I promise they're not a close friend. You might think, how would she know? She doesn't know me. Well, you know what? I kind of do. Because you see, if they were a really close friend, then you'd see and hear all the crap that they have to put up with in one day. All because of the color of their skin. You see, microaggressions, you hear about things that happen every day called microaggressions. You would think to yourself, are they real or not? But you would know, and finally you'd realize your friend's not lying to you, okay? You'd also wonder about systemic racism because you'd hear about that too from your close friend. And you'd be thinking, well, you can't really prove it, but you'd hear it over and over again. You see, we're very good at what we do. We're very sophisticated at keeping this a disguise. We don't wear sheets anymore, and we don't burn crosses on our lawn. Oh, gosh, that would be racist. But we become police, judges, teachers. We tell you our client was scared for their life. You should hear the things we talk about and say about you when you're not around. We get our news from Fox Entertainment, who's legally not even considered to be an actual news source because the courts deemed that their lives were so horrific that anyone in the right mind who believed that is a fool. You'd have to know that they were fabricating and twisting the truth. They're unsuable because they're ludicrous. Yes, people, we have a huge problem in America, in American culture, and you know what it is? It's called a white people problem. We don't have a black and brown person problem. We have a white people problem. And until white America gets it through our thick skulls that we are the problem. Look down. Are you white? Okay, I'm talking to you, all right? Our ignorance and a refusal to learn about our own racial history is just obnoxious, demeaning and obnoxious. It's actually a crime against humanity, an ongoing one. We will keep blaming blacks for all of our problems while the wealthiest elites continue to gain wealth with the help from us. Though they laugh at us and think, God, they're suckers. Lyndon B. Johnson said it best and in a most obnoxious and antiquated way, but he said it best. President Lyndon B. Johnson once said, if you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him someone to look down upon and he'll empty his pockets for you. It's true. Spoken from a racist who got it. Now, about that list of topics that I told you about, I've made a lot of videos on these topics, and so have tons of other people online. I mean, people study this stuff for years. It's social science. There are movies. There are books. Okay? But that would actually take effort. That would actually take a sense of humanism and of empathy. And you might be thinking like, "Ah, that's a lot of work." But the truth is, if you wanted to do it, you would. You don't want to. You don't want to. It's called willful ignorance. You're enjoying your status or your perceived status because everybody knows there's no white supremacy. Give me a fucking break. You know what? It would take some bravery to actually study this stuff, so you won't. The wealthiest elites, the 1%, know all they have to do is convince you that black people are the cause of all your financial problems. That way, whites will never unite with black people and brown people and other people of color to stand up to giant corporations who exploit us so we don't catch on. They are the reason you work, eat, and sleep and can do all that day in and day out and never make ends meet. The wealthiest elites in America have something to say to you. Thank you for your service. We've been doing it for centuries. If you like getting your news with a side order of honesty and integrity, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Here's the thing. I do live shows every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on my channel. And it's your voice, your choice of topics about racism, bigotry, inequality, and corruption in America. If you feel like I do, that it's way past time for white Americans to step up to the plate and actually educate ourselves on our real racial history, then get our butts out there and educate other white people. Then please consider subscribing and watching the show, coming to the shows. And I also do live interviews and videoed interviews and a lot of stuff. So don't be a stranger. This means the world to me. And if you knew as much as I know, it would mean the world to you if you're a white person. So please educate yourself. Thanks for watching.